As emergency lights have gotten brighter and more rapid flash patterns have been developed as a result of the introduction of LEDs into the market, motorists approaching an emergency scene could be distracted or have a difficult time separating emergency vehicles from the first responders operating around them. But when you're stopped at that scene on the side of the road, you're trying to convey a very clear message to the public.
DVI stands for Dynamic Variable Intensity, and it's a form of flash pattern that slowly ramps from off to on. So you don't get the nice sharp flash edges like you do with our regular flash patterns. It's a little bit more calming.
They differentiate from a low power pattern because low power patterns are still that basic set of patterns which have a hard edge where they turn on and off, even though they turn on to a lower intensity. The main difference is that DVIs will ramp up to that intensity and ramp down.
While all of our core control systems have the capability to do DVI as long as it's connected to an output device, we also offer some standalone lights that have DVI flash patterns as well. The bright patterns with sharp flash edges are really attention grabbing, which is great if an officer is responding.
When I arrive on scene, I don't want that erratic flash pattern. I don't want that siren blaring any longer. I want to send a different message.
So V2V stands for vehicle-to-vehicle synchronization.
And that is a module that connects to our core control systems to, at the simplest level, set a heartbeat for the system.
It utilizes GNSS constellations like GPS that globally sync all connected control systems to the same global clock. This allows for both lights and sirens to be synchronized.
You could theoretically have cars across the country that are operating on the same clock and be synchronized even though you're not seeing them synchronized because they're not right next to each other. If your vehicles are both in the same mode, so you both have a left TA, for example, then those TAs are operating on the same clock, they're triggering at the same time, and they're operating in sync with each other. But there's no lead car, there's no one car that arrives first overrides another car. Again, the vehicles are still operating independently to what that first responder wants them to do.
So given the fact that there's no active communications across the cars, there's also no need for any communication across agencies. You can have a police vehicle, a fire truck, ambulance, and the running patterns of the same period, they will be in sync.
One agency could be using a core and another agency could be using a core R or core S. As long as they have the Whelen vehicle-to-vehicle synchronization module connected to that system, they would be synchronized and operating on that same clock or heartbeat.
Because it's less distracting, that means that we're helping not only the officers on the scene, but the public themselves. Because if the people that are driving by are less distracted, that means that they're less likely to cause another accident by being distracted by the scene.